In this video, I will show you how to install Arch Linux with all new KDE Plasma 6 on your computer in under 5 minutes. This brand new easy Arch installation guide will help you quickly install and set up Arch with a Plasma 6 desktop environment on any PC or laptop. For demonstration purposes, I will be installing Arch Linux on a computer running the latest Windows 11. If you notice, my system has two drives. Drive 0 is related to Windows 11 and Drive 1 is where I will be installing Arch Linux in a moment. Now, with that being said, first head over to the Arch Linux website to download the ISO image. Once the download is complete, you will need to create a bootable USB drive. Make sure that you have an 8 gigs or larger pen drive and connect it to your computer. You can use Rufus, Ventoy, or Balena Etcher to create a bootable USB with Arch Linux. Now for this video, I will be using Rufus to burn the Arch Linux ISO. After the flashing is complete, restart your PC or laptop. While it's rebooting, enter the BIOS settings using the keyboard shortcut based on your motherboard. Now mostly it could be F2, F9 or Escape key. In the UEFI BIOS, enable USB boot and change the boot order by setting the USB drive as primary. Now disable Secure Boot, which is essential for Arch Linux to boot. Also, if there's an option like Microsoft's third-party UEFI, enable it. It's also better to clear any keys or certificates after disabling the Secure Boot. Once done, save the changes and your system will boot into the Arch Linux from the USB drive. If it fails to boot, use the UEFI boot menu to load Arch install media. You will now see that the installation setup has been successfully booted. The first thing is to check for a stable internet connection. If your computer is connected via Ethernet, you can use the ping command to check the connection. If you have built-in Wi-Fi support, like me, use the IWCTL tool to connect to the internet. Now simply type IWCTL to enter into the IWD shell mode. Then type device list to see a list of network interfaces. Now look for WLAN 0 interface and run station WLAN 0 get networks to see available Wi-Fi networks. Next, run the command station WLAN 0 connect to your Wi-Fi network and enter the Wi-Fi password. Now wait for 5 seconds and press enter to establish the connection. There may be no visible output, but if the connection was successful, exit the IWD mode. Now you have successfully connected to the internet and you can proceed with the Arch Linux installation. Now run the ping command and make sure you are receiving the packets. You can interrupt the command by pressing Ctrl+C. Now run this command to synchronize the package manager. Now type these two commands to install the Arch Keyring and Arch install packages. Now launch the Arch Linux installer script by typing arch install. You can use the arrow keys to navigate through the options. Now set the system language according to your preferences. I'm going to leave the first 3 options at their default values. Now choose the disk configuration, select the first option, and choose the drive where you want to install Arch by pressing either the spacebar or the tab key. An asterisk will indicate the drive selection. Now press enter and choose BTRFS or XT4 file system. If you wish to secure your installation, you can set encryption password. Now select the bootloader. You can choose between the systemd or the grub. I will choose grub. Leave the swap value as true and keep the hostname as Arch Linux or whatever you want. Now set the root password and create a new user account. You can even add the new user to the sudoers list for elevated privileges. Now choose to confirm and exit. It's time to install the desktop environment. Now choose Profile and then select Desktop. I will choose the KDE Desktop environment. Then choose the graphic drivers based on your hardware, such as proprietary for NVIDIA, AMD or ATI open source for AMD, and the same for the Intel. Now select the audio option and choose the audio server. For best results, it's recommended to use Pipewire. Optionally, you can install additional kernels, but I will stick with the latest kernel. In the additional packages section, specify a list of tools to install separated by the spaces. Now configure the network and choose to use the network manager. Now select your time zone for the correct system time. You can also choose optional repositories and use multilib, which contains 32-bit software libraries. Now double check your selection and make sure you have not left anything blank. Once confirmed, select the install option. Wait for a few minutes to install Arch Linux on your computer. And that's it. With these simple steps, you have successfully installed Arch Linux with KDE Plasma 6 using the Arch install script. After the installation, a prompt to perform post-installation steps will appear. Select Yes to enter the chroot environment and customize your new Arch Linux installation. Now install useful tools like Firefox, LibreOffice, and more. When you finish installing, exit the chroot environment and use the shutdown command to power off your computer. Now remove the USB pen drive and turn on your computer. The computer should boot automatically into the grub menu. And that's pretty much it. This is how you can quickly and easily install Arch Linux with KDE Plasma 6 in just a few minutes. Let me know what do you think in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching. This has been KSK Ryle. I will see you in the next one.